Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome back to another episode. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I weren't asking you. I'll
Oh,
get to you in a minute.
all right then.
Oh, so rushy with you. Just can't take our time. Ask the people how they are.
Sorry, I'll let you have a moment with our listeners.
Thank
Go
you.
on.
How are you? Everything okay? Check in with us. We're here for you.
At the BGC Pod at gmail.com.
Should we run the title?
Yeah, let's do that.
Two friends. Hi, I'm Laura.
Hi, I'm Vic.
One big gay chat. From coming out
Staying out.
and everything in between. Long-term relationships,
Dating disasters.
quite possibly the most unreasonable icks.
The BGC Podcast. So, mate,
Yes,
how's your week been?
it's been a bloody good week this week.
Has it?
Yeah,
I bloody love that for you.
yeah, it's been a really nice week.
Good.
Yeah, we went to Bournemouth yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
On the hottest day of the year.
It was so. I don't want to be dramatic because that's very unlike me,
No,
but it was hotter than the surface of the sun.
it was. Yeah.
I don't think I felt cool any part of the day.
No, I
apart
was
from when I
sweating in
was-
places I didn't think I could sweat.
Right?
Mm.
And bar the shower, the two, actually, I would have had more, but in Bournemouth, it's frowned upon to get naked and just shower in front of everyone.
Well, some of the sights we saw, mate.
I mean, to be fair, they're the young of today. Bless them. Yeah, it was hot,
It was.
but caught some colour, which was nice.
Yes, it got a little bit red.
Yes, a little on the red pinky tint
Yeah,
side,
Yeah.
but nothing sore, painful, or
good.
no, I don't know what word I was going to say
I
then.
don't know what you're going to say.
No.
No. No, it was a good day, wasn't it? We met up with some friends that we haven't seen for a little while
Mhm.
and basked in the sun and drank cider. So I was happy.
Yes, very good. My beers were going down an absolute treat.
Yes.
Caught up. We had a really good catch up actually.
We did, yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It's always nice when you can meet up with friends that you haven't seen in a while, but it feels like you only saw them yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are proper friends, aren't they?
Yeah,
So
for
yeah,
sure.
it was good. But yeah, it was a very good. I've had a very good week. I had a job interview this morning.
Yeah, you
which
did.
went very well.
Good.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, something will come of that.
Mhm.
But going back to the beach, it was very busy
So busy.
and it was full of teenagers.
Yeah, school holidays.
School holidays, and it was an interesting day to people watch, wasn't it?
We were at prime location as well.
Weren't
we were
we?
sat up on a terrace.
Yeah,
It was more like a balcony, wasn't it?
yeah,
And we were sat right at the edge of it, and you could just see people.
yeah.
Obviously, but yeah, lots of teenagers. Very interesting
Mm,
how we were as teenagers, like our age group, I think,
yeah,
and how the teenagers are for this generation. I think
yeah.
it's very, very different.
It is very different. Like I used to go and hang around with my friends like during the school holidays, and we would be happily sat in a little group and just enjoy ourselves. And I'm not saying that they weren't enjoying themselves. They were very, some of the groups were very respectful, but some of the other groups, like they had no consideration for anyone else around them, did they?
No.
There was one group where these bunch of lads just sat in this family's pitch and sat on their cool box
While they were in the sea.
while they were in the sea, and it's just like you've got no respect for other people's things.
Yeah, legit.
It was very interesting. I love people watching as well.
Yeah, it was such a good location for it.
Yeah, we had different nicknames for different
Yeah,
ones, didn't we?
yeah. I
Like-
mean, I think for us, obviously, there's not a massive age gap. Well, there's a big enough age gap between us and them.
Yeah,
But we were looking at their safety, the
Yeah.
females in particular.
definitely.
Like, some of them were quite intoxicated,
Mm,
clearly underage.
yeah.
And, one got in such a state, an ambulance was called.
Oh, it was
like,
drama.
and we were just like, why? Like, there was no sun cream applied.
No,
Like,
no
I can't really
shade.
speak. No shade. There was no water. I could see alcohol, but no water. Like, yeah, they just weren't it, and then they were just like the two girls in particular were just stumbling about the place,
Yeah,
and I just
it was
thought
embarrassing, wasn't it?
it was. But then I think of it from a safety aspect, like you can barely stand.
Mm,
Like, how are you gonna keep yourself safe and out
yeah,
of dangerous situations like that? Okay, it's the middle of the day in a crowded beach.
very crowded beach.
That doesn't mean that nothing's gonna happen. Like,
Mm,
even just to have like your stuff nicked, how are you then getting home in the state that you're in?
mm,
Like, it was interesting.
yeah, I think if there are any youngsters listening to this, like, we've all been there. We've all been
Yeah.
kids and we haven't listened to our parents. So take it from two middle-aged lesbians talking to you on a podcast. Please just try and keep safe.
Like, if you're gonna get, like, obviously, those experiences, have to happen as a child.
Absolutely.
A teenager.
Yeah.
Like, they have to happen. Like, that's what, like, that's how you learn, isn't it?
Mm,
Like, and if you're gonna do it, please just try and be safer about it. Just look
yeah.
after yourselves. Like, this poor girl was so unwell,
Mm.
and and her friends didn't really give a fuck.
They
Like,
didn't. There was, to be fair, there was this one girl that was with her the whole time.
oh, she was.
Yeah, and she took her to the ambulance and stayed with the
Oh,
ambulance
okay.
until it left. So props to that girl for, looking out for a friend,
Yeah.
because there was I reckon a lot of people there were probably not her friends.
Yeah.
She thought they were, but when it comes down to when you need friends, they weren't there for her.
For
They
sure.
were more worried about getting drunk,
Yeah.
which, to be fair, for us, it was entertainment. It was quite funny to watch.
I mean,
But
it was very interesting
yeah,
to see the different groups sort of also behave quite similarly as well, really, in like certain things. Like, it was all about getting a boy's attention
yeah,
and stuff like that. But yeah, it was. I mean, we sound super old now, and do you know what? I'm okay with it
yeah.
because I just kept thinking of their safety. I was like, oh my God, but you're not in the safest, like you're not in the safest physical aspect because you're fucked. Like,
Yeah,
you're not with anyone who actually probably cares that much, which was quite evident with that girl, bless her.
yeah,
Like, yeah, we were all just like, oh, what are you doing?
yeah,
Like, yeah. Part of me obviously wanted to go down there with a crate of water and be like, hydration is key, guys. Like,
yeah, yeah. But yeah, they wouldn't have listened.
no,
Which,
they'd
fair
have
enough.
probably told me to fuck off.
I probably wouldn't have listened.
Yeah,
But
no.
there was this group of lads, weren't there? And it was so funny. They were clearly underage drinking. These community police officers went up to them
Oh, yeah.
and they ID'd them. And obviously they weren't old enough, so these community officers just took their alcohol away, walked up the beach and put full crates of like cider and beer in the black bins, and then they walked off. So we were just watching these lads and thinking, what are they gonna do? And they just went up to the bin and they're all like round the bin like this. And they literally get in the bin to get their alcohol out and just walk up to another little bit of the beach. And I was
Yeah.
like, do you know what? Fair play.
I would have done the same. And the thing is, they weren't, well, by the looks of it, they weren't drunk.
No,
But
they weren't. No.
they were compass mentis. The fact that they thought, let's follow them, see where they put it, and see if we can get it back.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, do you know what? Fair play, I'd have done the same as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is hilarious. It's not like I haven't done any of what those groups that we were watching. It's not like that I haven't done any of it. I've probably done all of it and not more.
Yeah.
But be safe.
Yeah.
Like, be safe.
Especially the young girls, be safe, because it was very apparent that the girls were more drunk than the boys.
Mm,
And we all know what horny little boys are like.
mm.
So yeah, just be careful. So yeah, had a good day. Job interview, good week.
Lovely.
How about your week?
Yeah, very good. I'm trying to think. I've been off work for quite some time
You
now.
have,
Yeah,
haven't you?
10 days off. No holiday needed. No, it's a hard life. Um, yeah, I was just given where I do like a flexi period where we basically within these, it happens every 6 weeks or so, within like a 2-week period, you'll cover holiday
Mm.
um or like absence if they need like more people
Yeah.
than normal, you'll cover it. Fine. But sometimes you can go the whole 2 weeks and not get a shift,
Oh, that'd be lush.
and it's not a holiday.
That's so good that you don't have to use your holiday
I
for that.
know. So 10 days she's had off. I've had such a good fucking time.
What have you done?
You're asking me. I had a good time. You're asking me to remember it all. Um, I've visited friends.
Nice.
Went for dinner. Little hot tub night. That was really good. Got my tattoos. Went over.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you
looking
went to that new
fresh.
tattoo artist, didn't you?
Yep, very good. I was here.
You were here, yeah.
Yep.
That's standard, though.
Yeah, went to my sister's at the weekend, my older sister.
Which, by the way, does your sister listen to this?
No, she's not a podcast person.
Wow, she needs to become a podcast person. But please pass on to her. She's got a 26-year-old.
I know.
What the actual fuck?
She looks well good for her age,
She
doesn't
looks
she?
cracking.
She's not my actual sister. She's my cousin. Or my godmum. She's something like that. But she's like pretty much, she's helped bring me up, basically. She is my older sister.
Like your older sister.
So, yeah, doesn't she look great?
She really does.
I
When
know.
because you did a post, didn't you?
Yeah,
And when you said she's got a 26-year-old, I was like, fuck off.
I know.
Don't lie.
I know.
Yeah.
I was
She
like,
looks cracking.
yeah, I know. She looks great. She looks great. That was so fun. I was so drunk. We always go too far. Like we don't have, because we're just like drinking, and she has a pool in her garden,
Yeah.
and the weather was weathering. So, and she was just filling my cup up. She's really bad for that.
Right.
Like it won't even be finished, and she's like, "Whoop, to the brim." I'm like, "Mm." And we did like 5 bottles of wine and half a
Jesus.
bottle of rum. And I haven't drunk spirits for fuck knows how long. I was not in a good way.
I bet
the
you
next
felt
day.
rough, yeah.
I
the
did.
following
I was meant
day.
to be at my best friend's for a barbecue at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Ooh,
I didn't get there till 3:30.
bloody hell.
I messaged her. I was like, I'm not going to make it for 2. I did originally say 5:30. That's how awful I felt. And then she was like, have a nap, see how you feel. And I did have a little nap. Felt great. So I was like, fine, I'm coming over. And then her husband cooked just the best barbecue I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, it was absolute goals.
Cool.
So I stuffed my face and I just felt 10-10.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Have you found, like, since you've got the other side of 30, your hangovers really kick in at 3 p.m?
Oh, yes. So
Like, the 3 p.m. hangover is a real thing, guys.
for sure, I saw this thing the other day where it's like hangovers don't be hangovering anymore. I wake up in critical condition or something like that. And I was like, legit, but I get to critical condition like later on.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm still drunk and then I get my hangover like later on in the day. But they just really do hitting different.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I think I'm trying to make the conscious effort now where if I have any event where I'm drinking, I'm either having a hair of the dog the next day and I have the time to do that,
Yeah.
i.e. I've got another day off after, or I'm allowing recovery time.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving the house. I'm ordering takeaway. I'm having all the water and I'm laying in bed. Like, we got to do what we got to do to survive out here, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I must admit, as I've got older, I hate the feel. I hate hangovers anyway. But when I get a hangover, I just want to curl up and die.
yeah.
But I also, I'm starting to not enjoy the feeling of being drunk.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking love it.
It's like yesterday, obviously we had a few drinks, but I was very aware. I was very aware of the heat. It was like 29-degree heat yesterday. So I actually ordered water as well as a drink, and I'm like, oh, I'm a grown up now.
You are so grown
I've
up.
all grown up.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not a fan of that feeling. The feeling of being drunk is okay, but it's the feeling of being drunk and going to bed and the room spinning. I cannot stand it.
Yeah, I don't think I haven't dealt with room spinning. Even when I was at my sister's,
Right.
I was like, I have to try and remember because it is all a bit hazy. But I'm pretty sure we just laid down in her bed and then I was like, yeah. It just went. Like, I don't remember specifically thinking, I have to try and sleep now. I'm so drunk. But
Yeah.
again, I think I went to bed at like 11.
Early night.
Yeah, 11, half 11.
Yeah.
Like, which I love. Like,
Yeah.
that is a reasonable hour. It wasn't this 3 a.m., 4 a.m. bollocks. Do you know what I mean? That can happen every now and then. For example, Brighton Pride.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I
Next year.
cannot go now, guys. I'm absolutely gutted.
Yeah. But it's for a good reason.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So that's fine. I now am going. I
Yes.
wasn't sure whether I was going,
Yes.
but I now am going.
Mm.
And I have prepared for a 3 a.m., 4 a.m. finish.
Yeah.
Maybe even, do you know what? I'm gonna mentally prepare until 6. Last year,
6.
well, last year, what time was I out? I was out until like 4:30, 5.
Yeah.
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 So, oh, I was about 4:30, 5.
It was about that, yeah, because me and my other half went home at a reasonable hour. Then you
Oh
came
yeah,
traipsing home.
yeah, because didn't you have your key? Your
Yeah.
key to mine, and I
Yeah.
said I'll just go. Like, obviously you were pretty done by then, because
Yeah.
it'd been a long day,
Yeah.
and also fucking rain. And I said, yeah, go on. You've got the key. Let yourself in. The blow up bed's there.
You came traipsing in at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Dirty stop out.
Yeah.
So fun though.
Yeah.
So I am preparing for that, but it only happens like once a year, maybe a couple of times. But that's okay. Don't make it a regular thing. I'm not that age anymore.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
I think that would absolutely kill me off
It
for about a
would.
week.
Yeah. I'm quite happy sitting in with a cup of tea now. Or coffee. Yeah.
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 Luckily, I am off the Sunday and Monday,
Oh, good.
so I've allowed time.
Recovery time.
Like I say,
Yeah. Yeah.
work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. So yeah, so obviously I can't go. I'm absolutely gutted that I can't go to Pride.
Well, next year, mate.
But who are you going to go with? Because we were going to go together.
So I'm doing a very lesbian thing.
Oh, here we go.
And I am actually going with my ex.
Interesting.
Yeah. So so I used to be a really big not believer, but I'd be like, oh God, I could never be friends with an ex.
Yeah.
But I am actually friends with an ex from a few
Okay.
years ago.
Yeah.
Um
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you've got a nice friendship.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, she's lovely, she's doing really well. I'm all right, I'm doing really well. Like, you know, and
How are you?
we always got on, it never ended terribly.
Mm.
And she still lives in the area that I lived in, and she reached out, God, ages ago now, a few years now, maybe.
Mm.
And yeah, so we meet up from time to time. We'll go for a walk, we'll go for coffee, we'll go for brunch, whatever, just catch up,
Yeah.
you know. And so since that, I've sort of been a bit like, okay, well, maybe you can be friends with an ex.
Bit more open to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And obviously with I love Brighton Pride. I've said it loads of times. Love, love, love
Gay
Brighton Pride.
Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I asked this ex, I sound like a slag. I asked this ex if she knew anyone that needed my Pride Village party wristband, because you know I'd pick it up and give it to her, and she could give it to whoever. And she said, I was actually going to ask you the same thing because I'm
Oh.
not going as well. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then, you know, she said, was it out of the question for us to go together?
Okay.
And I was like, no, we're fucking hilarious, actually. Like, you know, we're not incapable of having a good time. Again, it ended amicably.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's really all I'm going to say on it.
I think a lot of people, not just part of the LGBTQIA plus community, will probably agree with what I'm about to say. Is I personally don't think you can be just friends with an ex. I've obviously got exes, and I hope I never see them again, sort of thing. But then saying that, there is, you know, I've spoken about my first boyfriend ever, who is now gay. I still talk to him occasionally, but I think it's because we are now both gay.
Yeah.
So there is not that there's never going to be that intention of rekindling.
Yeah.
But I think an ex is an ex for a reason.
Yeah.
But then looking at your friendship with your ex from a couple of years ago, actually, I think you can.
I think, yeah, again, it's difficult because
Yeah.
I don't, there isn't any feelings between me and that ex.
Yeah.
And quite a long time had passed before she'd reached out, and then
Yeah.
I then left it a while after that,
Mm.
through different reasons, before I then responded to that.
Yeah.
I, you know, there aren't any romantic feelings there,
Mm.
and I think she's a lovely girl,
Yeah.
but I think the reason we were together so long was because we were friends.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
she was my best friend, like,
Yeah.
essentially, which is what you should be in a relationship, but I feel like it was more that.
Yeah.
And there were obviously other factors and stuff to take into consideration as to why it ended, but it didn't end badly.
Yeah. So would you? Here's a question. Could you be friends with all your exes?
No.
Oh.
That is the easiest question you've ever asked. Absolutely fucking not.
Oh, pray do tell, Vic. Do tell.
Well, I think for most of our well-known or well-established lesbians out there, not well-known, well-established lesbians, narcissism and lesbianism come hand in hand, no? Like, we can be the biggest narcissists on this planet,
Yeah.
and the mind
Oh, I feel like I've opened a can of worms now.
just to right, so this ex that I'm friends with.
Hey guys, future Laura here. Well, editing Laura. Just popping in with a quick trigger warning. The rest of the episode we talk about possessive and narcissistic relationships. So if you feel like you can't listen to any more of the episode, thank you so much for listening so far. But if not, we hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. Back to it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Like, the nicest girl, no?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. Like, too nice. Right? To go from that, right, I then was in a relationship with someone for 3 months who proposed to me twice.
What?
Proposed to me twice.
Why do I not know about this?
It's embarrassing, bruv. Proposed to me twice. Cheated on me. Gaslit me. Just so much. When I would block her, she would then spend money on either my card or my Uber Eats. So then I would then contact her. Like, and it wouldn't be like a little amount. It'd be like 50 quid.
You're joking.
No, and at the time.
Why have I? Hang on. Whoa, hang on. You're sharing this with me the same time that you're sharing this to people that you don't even know.
I've told you all of this.
I don't remember it.
Well, I mean, it was years ago.
Well, yeah, but still, I'm sure I'd remember if you told me.
Like, narcissists, like, they do spend a lot of money on you or whatever, but she was really good at, like, she was a student, an older student. So she was like, I'm a student, I'm not earning any money. Like, would really like, but, more manipulative. I don't have that in me, so I don't know how to do that. Yeah, like, just some of the stuff. And I just think, if I never see you again, it'd be too soon. Like, I don't even think I would piss on you if you're on fire.
Wow.
Just horrible, horrible person. Like,
Question.
I was yeah.
Is this the same girl that just randomly vaped in your flat?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. It started off terribly. I was round her house. She lived at home with her parents and her 2 younger sisters. And we'd been out drinking in a local, a local pub or whatever. Went back to hers, and her younger sisters weren't like that much younger. They were like, 15 and, well, that much younger, but I mean, like, they weren't like 6.
Right.
Like 15 and 13,
Oh, okay.
maybe, something like that. Anyway, and so they were like, "Oh, do you want to play the Wii with us?" Rah, rah, rah. And I
Oh,
was like,
cool.
"Yeah, of course. Like, love the Wii."
Yeah.
And one of her sisters called me her ex's name
Oh,
by
awkward.
accident,
Ooh.
and I was a bit like, And I was like, that's peak. And then she looked at me, not the sister, the ex. Because the sister then went upstairs to the toilet because I think she'd thought, fuck, like, yeah.
Bless her, and it's
So
a
then,
kid as well.
so then
She probably felt awful.
I know. So then this ex was like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Did you hear that?" Right. Well,
No.
if I've said yes, I'm fine. We'll talk about it later. In a room full of your family is probably not the best.
No.
Right. And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm fine."
Yeah.
Like, I'm obviously not going to. Now's not the time or place.
No.
She then the sister then comes down, and this ex in front of everyone makes her apologize to me.
Oh, the poor
Like, come
kid.
and stand in front of me and apologize to me. I was like, what are you? I literally turned around and said, what are you doing? She's a kid.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, bless her.
and I felt one horrendously embarrassed for me and for the sister.
Yeah.
And I also was like, why are you doing your sister like that, bruv?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, oh, she didn't mean it. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, she's just,
Yeah, and the sister
she's a kid.
obviously felt bad as well.
Yeah, of
Don't make her
course she
feel
did.
worse.
And then
Jesus.
she nearly started crying. I was like, honestly, like, please don't worry about it. Like,
Yeah.
it happens. It's fine. And she was like, I was like, please, like, and I literally was just like looking at my ex, like, that was really unnecessary.
Yeah.
And I went, I'm gonna go to bed because then I'm in a foul mood and I'm embarrassed. I'm not gonna fake it. I was like, I'm really tired. Like, I think it's best we just leave it there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to bed. And yeah, and then she came up to bed and she was like, what's your issue? I was like, what? And just had literally no inkling about
So
what.
she like flipped it on you
100.
basically.
Oh, and then that was it for the whole night.
Wow.
I was like, fucking hell.
Wow.
Like, yeah, really, just some of the stuff you just wouldn't believe. Like,
I always think that like, because obviously I like the soaps,
you do like the soaps,
and
yeah.
there is there's a storyline going on in Emodel at the moment.
Do we
where-
need to put a trigger warning? We probably actually should have put a trigger warning before that. Sorry,
Probably,
guys,
really.
for all the people that have survived a narcissist.
Yeah. So trigger warning. There is a storyline about domestic abuse at the moment,
Okay.
and you watch it, and you think this can't happen. This can't be going on. This is too far-fetched. But the two actors have been working with domestic abuse charities to make it as realistic as possible. And to think, and there's all these like people who are commenting saying, "Oh, I'm sick of the storyline, blah blah blah." But Emodel have said, women and men, because there are women out there that abuse their male partners. It can go on for years, and they don't have the strength to say anything. But but to hear obviously what you went through, I'm not putting a downer on it, but it's not as extreme as what some women or men go through.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
to think there are people out there that are so manipulative and so gaslighty.
Yeah.
It's how, for one thing, how do you have the imagination to come up with this shit?
Honestly.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Honestly.
how does your brain work?
And the thing is, you find yourself as well, and people that know will know, you find yourself becoming like that.
Really?
Like, I used to, like, I had no idea about, like, obviously I'd heard about narcissists or whatever, but I'd never really dealt with anything like that on a personal level.
No.
Like,
And when I think of a narcissist, I just think of someone that loves themselves.
yeah, no, they're
Effectively.
just, but it's deeper than that.
Yeah.
And like, I had just no idea that, like, I thought if you loved someone, like, lucky me, my previous actual relationships before that, like, I felt like I was loved.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I was treated very well. It wasn't like, things happen and relationships break up, whatever. But in regards to the standards, like, they were pretty high. Like, I wasn't, gaslit or manipulated or anything like that.
Mm.
So then to go from that
Mm.
to then this, and this, I was in my late 20s.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't new.
No.
I hadn't fallen with the rain. So it was really just fucking knocked me for six. I was like, you just don't do that. Like, you
No.
don't treat anyone like that. And I have no doubt in my mind that a part of her loved me, but it was the very possessive part of her that loved me.
That's so.
And it was mental. Like, just looking like, just to think. And the thing is, I went back there as well.
Yeah.
Like, terrible.
But is that part of how manipulative she could have been to get you to sort of like
Oh, 100%.
like could she like flipped from being like this real narcissistic person and like gaslighting to be as sweet as pie, and you think, oh, maybe she's not that bad.
100, like that.
Wow.
Like that. Like, oh, it was scary sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
but looking back, obviously when you're in it, they say like with narcissists and stuff, you're in a constant fight or flight mode.
Mm.
And that can actually, apparently, I don't know how true it is, but it can trigger like a chemical reaction in your brain.
Yeah.
And it's like an addiction. And I was just like, eh? But like there were like these videos and shit on it. I went to a really, really like down a rabbit hole when I was like coming out of it for like the second time or whatever, because I was like, nah, like I can't be in and have anything to do with you.
Mm.
And then my next relationship,
Right.
this narcissistic ex was her best friend. And I was like, no.
Oh, the lesbian world is so
Yeah.
small.
I literally was like, no, I'm so sorry, you're a lovely girl, but no, I can't do it. I can't have anything that's had something to do with her, has something to do with her. No, I'm not doing it.
Right.
And she was like, do you know what? She was so persuasive, but not as in like badgery. She was just like, are you going to continue to let her ruin other great things in your life or
Which is
potential great things in your
fair
life?
enough.
And at that point in my life, I was like, fuck that bitch. Yeah, well, am I? No. So then
Yeah.
I then was like, I'm going to pursue this.
And how was that one?
Wasn't as bad. Wasn't as bad. But, again, I did get treated quite well.
Right.
The mind games were a bit much.
Mm.
The wanting to make me jealous on a constant basis. Like, after that relationship, I don't need help with making me jealous. Like, literally, someone brushing past you is going to make me jealous. Like, I was in a horrible place. Probably shouldn't have even got in a relationship. Like,
Right.
that's holding my hands up.
Mm.
But we've all done it. What we need to do to survive. And I'm not saying I'm by any means an angel. People will know that. Like, I'm not. But yeah, I can pride myself on not. Oh, I can pride myself on trying not to be that toxic lesbian
Yeah.
after that relationship.
Yeah.
Did it work every time? No. Do I still find myself slipping back into bad habits? Yeah. But you have to, it's just so, until you experience it, and I really hope you don't, you won't, obviously. I really hope you don't. But until it's so hard to explain it. Like,
Yeah.
it's really mental. And I think,
Did they, sorry, to go into the whole can you be friends with an ex thing? Did the really bad one, did she want to continue being friends with you?
I think she just wanted to continue a relationship.
She just
full
wanted to
stop.
continue a relationship.
And it took,
Wow.
like, she would call me, like, all hours of the day, night, send messages, requests, and, you can block someone, which obviously I did,
Yeah.
and then, but it's the calling on the unknown numbers.
Oh my God.
It's the
That's-
seeing her car just randomly.
What?
Yeah, just no. And the thing is, my self-respect could never.
Right.
Like, I think after, because I was embarrassed, especially
Mm.
after that horrible one. I was embarrassed
Yeah.
that I'd allowed that behaviour to happen to me.
Yeah.
And I know like that
But you shouldn't be embarrassed.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I know that to an extent. But a big part of me was very embarrassed. And I was like, I'm never going to be made to look like a dickhead again.
No.
So I don't know whether I do now so much, but I did have a really good. I was really good at basically, even if I loved you, I'd just cut you off and you wouldn't exist to me.
Wow.
Because I was just like, I'm not, like, one sign of me made to look like a dickhead, or you make me feel worthless, or anything, like one thing, you may not have even been intentional,
Yeah.
but I don't think I do so much now, but I had a really good ability to just cut you off and be like, nah, you can get fucked.
But that's sad.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
sad that it made you feel like you had to react like that and be like that and put up such a defense because of the way they treated you. But obviously, I've known you for years. I've known you through that relationship. I didn't know the full extent of that relationship, but seeing you now with like relationships that you've had since then, you are a lot more barriers down,
Yeah, I think
which
I
is
am.
nice to see.
Yeah, I was single for quite a while after that not so bad one.
Yeah.
Because she kind of scared me.
Well, yeah.
Because we were in the car. I don't know why I'm laughing because it's not funny. I can't remember. Again, very typical lesbian. I can't remember what time it was. Whether it was the first time or I think it was the last time we broke up. And we were in the car and we were like breaking up. And she said, I don't know why I'm laughing. I shouldn't be laughing.
Nervous laughter?
Trigger
Yeah.
warning because it's quite violent. She
Oh,
said,
wow.
she said, well, if I stab you, no one can have you.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what? And then she started laughing, and that's when I knew, like, I was like, nah, I'm sorry.
That must have been because if you went back
Yeah.
after she said that, I would
No,
have slapped you.
I don't think I would have. Because I genuinely, like, and I don't get scared by much, but she says, like, I hate wasps, hate spiders. But, like, you know, people, I get very aware of, very defensive, but they don't scare me much. But that actually scared me because I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know to what degree, like, and I've seen what she's capable of. Like,
That's the thing. Yeah, you didn't. Yeah.
I was just like, no, and I'm actually done with lesbians. I'm not, obviously, I wasn't done with lesbians, but I was like, I don't want anything serious ever again. I was like,
Which is not surprising.
No.
But to have someone say that
I
to
know.
you.
And that's the thing, like,
And to say that to someone,
And
like, how tapped must you be in
but
your
the thing
head?
is, she probably thought that was a compliment. Do you know what I mean? Like, lesbians get like that. Like, they think the most tap twisted shit. Like, when someone's really possessive over you, like, some people are like, oh, I love that. No,
No,
we don't. We're not here for. I'm not a possession. We're not
no.
here for possessiveness. Like, say, I miss you, I want to see you, a week's too long or whatever.
Yeah.
Cute. It is. You're right. I like that. Someone may find that possessive. I don't know. It's each preference. But saying, no, you're not going out with those people because I don't want you to and you're going to come and see me, possessive. Controlling.
Fucked.
Exactly. But some lesbians, and I've seen it so much, are so attracted to it. And I think toxic. I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
And
But
again,
the thing is, it's not just lesbians.
you're so right. I'm only speaking because
Yeah,
I'm
like anyone that is in a relationship where they are a possession, toxic.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah, you're in a relationship and no one is higher than the other. You are an equal.
An equal.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and you know, it's so common, unfortunately.
Wow.
So then after that, I was like, fuck this. Like, I don't want anything serious. I then started a thing with someone, which then went on for quite some time, but it was very casual.
Yeah.
And that suited me down to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, we'd like visit each other and we'd go on like yeah, I suppose you call them dates, but go for dinner or go out for the day, walk in. Like, obviously, there'd be drink and food involved because who doesn't love that? Like, and it was just so casual and nice.
Mm.
And then like we was like seeing other people alongside it. Like, I don't know, like it suited me down to the ground for the time that I was in.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
definitely.
And yeah, and I thought I got to a point where I was like, you know, I had met someone and I was like, maybe I can like be in a serious relationship.
Mm.
But the I'm always constantly checking myself. Like,
Yeah.
am I ready for, or am I just ready for the thought of it?
Yeah, there's one thing thinking you're ready and actually being ready.
And then it's also, you have to think, are you ready? But it's also, is that person ready for you?
Yeah.
Like, you might not, like, there might be all the feelings there, but you might not necessarily match up. Or
Mm.
there might be no feelings there at all, but just sexual attraction. Or
Mm.
there might be all the feelings and no sexual attraction. Like, there's so many things to consider. Which is why I've decided that I'm going to open a dog sanctuary and remain single.
Can I come?
Of course you can.
Oh.
Yeah, no. So, can you be? There was a very, very broad background of my exes. Some of them. Why do I keep making myself sound like an absolute slut?
I don't know, Vic.
But yeah, I think it really is situational dependent. With me and my ex, who's a friend,
And
I
she was before these two nutcases.
yes, she treated me very well.
Yeah,
Like
which
again,
is
she's
good.
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Like she's a
Yeah.
nice person.
Sorry if that offends anyone, but they were nutcases.
Yeah, no, they
Yeah.
absolutely need professional help, as we all do. Yeah, and you know, I don't. There's not one part of me that regrets being her friend.
Hmm.
You know, it's not, and I don't feel like I need to cut her off or anything like that. I don't feel anything romantically for her, and even like she's a boyfriend now,
Yeah.
you know, and
So
she's very
that
happy.
expectation has gone.
Exactly, she's so like, and
Yeah.
even if she wasn't, even if she was single, like we're just two separate people now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we've both gone in separate directions, but with our morals and stuff are still the same.
Yeah.
Like with again, and in all, and I think have said this to each other. We should have just been friends.
Really.
And again, I think that's why we lasted so long because
Yeah.
we got on so well.
You were friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly that.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I
Mm.
really do. But I think if me and my partner were to ever split, I would love to think that we could still be friends. But I think where we have been in a relationship for such a long time,
Yeah,
I think if I was to, obviously if it was a horrendous breakup
yeah,
and like she cheated on me or whatever,
yeah.
get fucked. I don't want to know you anymore.
Okay.
But if it was like amicable, she didn't love me anymore, this, that, or whatever, I mean, it's never going to happen.
Mm. Oh
But
no, it isn't.
if it happened, I think I'm always going to hold a torch for her.
Mm.
And I think if we were to be friends, I would find it incredibly difficult to see her move on. So I think for my own saving grace, I don't think I could be a friend of her.
Yeah, and that is the only reason I
Yeah.
know that there is no feelings, like that there can't be feelings involved. Like well, obviously my other exes were a bunch of cunts. But for example, like let's say, you know, they weren't,
Mm.
and you know, straight after, like let's say for example, the ex that I am friends with, let's say, you know, she was to go straight after, "Oh, why don't we just remain friends?" I wouldn't have been able to do it straight after because I still would have had feelings
Still
for
have
her.
feelings, yeah.
Like regardless of whose decision it was to leave, feelings are still going to be there.
Yeah.
And you know, I would have, those feelings need to go because I can't see you move on. I can't move on.
No.
Like I'm not moving on if I'm still friends with you.
Yeah.
Like there is still feelings there.
Yeah.
That's not a friendship then. It's a me waiting, hoping.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
Like I made the decision. Why am I then going to torture myself? Like no, it's healthy to step away.
Mm.
You know, give yourself time. And then if it happens, it happens. It's not something that I personally would have sought out, you know. It was just that she reached out, however long after. I think it was about a year. And yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
But I can understand with you and your other half, because you've been together for so long.
So fucking long.
Like, the love is so deep. Like,
yeah.
It's never happening.
No.
So, you know, but all hypothetical.
Yeah.
I can completely get if you were to be like that, you would still hold a flame.
Oh,
100%.
100%.
I think even if it did end horribly.
Oh, I would still love her.
100.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever turn that switch off.
No.
Straight away.
It
would take time.
Super glued down, like Gorilla Glue.
Yeah. And that's strong glue.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever got that on your fingers?
Yes.
And accidentally got your fingers stuck together?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that hurts. Yeah, that really hurts.
That's not ideal.
Yeah. Guys, I'm interested to hear, do you think that you can still be friends with exes? What are your thoughts on that? Are any of you still friends with your exes?
Yeah.
Do any of you have good friendships with your exes and think, do you know what, we're better off as friends, and it's actually grown into a better friendship than what it was relationship, which seems like what happened with you, Vic.
Yeah.
So yeah, be interested. Please do get in touch with us at the bgcpod@gmail.com.
Yes, please do.
Should we have a Vic sick?
Go on then.
All right then.
It's time for Vic's Icks.
I have an ick.
Right.
I'm very strong about it.
Oh.
You did this ick yesterday.
Me?
And I didn't hide my feelings. Yes, I didn't hide my feelings about it.
No, you didn't.
So we went out yesterday to Bournemouth.
Yes.
And usually the femme would put stuff in her handbag. However, her handbag is quite small.
Yeah.
So we both had to take bum bags.
Or fanny packs if you're our American listener.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Wow. Love that. Yeah, so we both had bum bags on. Now, I wear mine like across the body.
Ick.
We both know that's an absolute lie. I wear mine across the body, love a bum bag. She loves it. This one,
Should rename it a boob bag then.
well, it's actually a body bag. People call it a crossbody bag. I call it a bum bag. We all know what I'm talking about. Don't be pedantic. Just accept this ick. Stop arguing it. She wore it across like an old person out for a jog.
Like, wow.
Yeah, I said what I said.
No, how it should be worn.
No.
It's a bum bag.
Terrible. No. It wasn't on your bum.
Well, no, because then if it's on my bum, people could nick out of it. So it was a fanny pack.
No. Terrible. Awful. Should never wear it like I said it at the time. I looked at you and you went, yeah, I know. And I was like, mate, and you went, I'm wearing it like this. And I was like,
At least I'm aware.
At least you're aware. Also, just to go on the opposite, because it just came into my head and I really want to share it. So we were talking about going on holiday with your other half at the station yesterday.
Yes, we were.
And we were talking about the different types of
holidays.
Yes, there are different types of holidays you can have.
So you get like self-catering,
Yeah.
all-inclusive.
So for some reason, well, I think we'd already had a beer by this point.
I think we'd already had 2 by this point.
And we were then abbreviating. We were abbreviating the types of holiday you can get. And I think your other half said all-inclusive or something. And I was like, Beddy Bees, Selfie Kates.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Please send us any abbreviations that you have, because I hate them but love them at the same time.
You are the worst for using
I know.
abbreviations.
I hate myself for it, but I also am really proud of myself.
Right.
Selfie Kates.
Oh my God.
Betty D's.
No.
Betty B's.
Betty B's. Okay. I want to hear some abbreviations. What do you say? Obviously we got Cosy Lives.
Yeah, Jenny Leck.
Jenny Leck, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
All right then.
Techie Bees.
What's that?
Texas barbecue.
When would you ever say
I
that?
don't know. I don't like Texas barbecue, but thought it was great.
For fuck's sake. So yeah, please do send in your abbreviations. How can they send in the abbreviations, Vic?
Via our email, which is the bgcpod@gmail.com.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time to wrap it up, don't you?
Absolutely.
So, as Vic just said, you can get in touch with us by emailing us at thebgcpod@gmail.com. You can also follow us on all social media platforms, which are Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and X.
Woo!
We're also on YouTube,
Yeah, we are.
where the majority of people, I think, listen to this on YouTube / watch.
Oh, do they want to see us?
They want to see us. Yes. So if you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to give this video a little like if you enjoyed it. It does help the video out immensely. And also don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe.
It's free.
It's free.
Hit the notification bell.
Hit it.
And then every time we upload a new video, you will get notified.
Hit that notey B.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hate it.
On that note, so until next Friday, bright and early, I've been Laura.
I've been Vic.
And we will see you soon.
Be seeing you.